what you would hope to do with your life if you are able to get your refugee status and stay here.
The confirmation of being a refugee, the limited number. So like someone like us, like me, hoping to attain the refugee status here in Japan, and I'm so skeptical about that because I'm from one of the difficult background of life.
I spoke with a professor friend who told me, oh, you can go there and study OA Kenzamburo. And I was like, really? Okay. I checked OA Kenzamburo on Google and I had an idea of what he writes and how he writes. So when I got to the embassy, I took the exams and somehow I ended up working at the embassy instead of coming to Japan. And when I got to the embassy and I found out that they had a library, or they have a library, I went there and looked for Awakens and I found a personal one.
I have very limited contact with Liberia now. It's not really easy. People where I live with, and then the street, there's no reliable contact. The time I have in Liberia was very limited, so I couldn't even go close to people again. I even go close to people to know that I was in the country, because and when people know, then and sometime my life gonna be at stake. Maybe I'm gonna return. Maybe I'm gonna be part of the dead, and I have to secure myself. So I said, in Japan, yeah, you have to pay bills, you have to pay this, you have to pay that, and sometimes you go to our in the second harvest, you collect food, and then yeah, it's quite good, and we appreciate the Japanese people for that. For them putting those systems in place that we can get help, that we can able to feed, and then like human, like any other human who live in a exceptional life. Like me, it's so stressful, and then I don't have friend. The whole Chiba, I don't have friend, and so I have sometimes have to leave and go to the nearby entertainment center to have a drink that will able to talk to people. Because if you talk to people, you can at least calm the stress down, because stress is one of the dangerous things that can kill you very slowly if you are so stressful, lonely, and it's very bad.
How to call it, a waste of scholarship opportunity. So yeah, I had to change my study plan from strictly literature into something a bit broader. I called it cultural studies, and in it I try to talk about culture from different points of view, not just from the literary point of view, but from the point of view of the way the people behave and how their behavior and how their culture of time, their culture of keeping to details, minutest details, and all of it has affected. Everything comes together to make for a very efficient society. So I told them that, sending me to Japan to learn such a thing and coming back to teach other people in Nigeria will help us. Like Nigeria, I'm looking at how women have been able to circumvent traditional norms and sexist formulations in Japan of late. And I'm looking at transnational marriage as one of the ways you can just use and escape patriarchy altogether. Because here in Japan, the major minors for women is, career women or professionally ambitious women, It's marriage is like a minors, and it's not supposed to be so. Yeah, she's Japanese. She told me she decided that the only way to survive and be the kind of person she has always dreamt of becoming is to not marry a Japanese man. So for her, that's the only way she was able to do it, and up till now, she's still a career banker. And she has a husband, she has children, I mean, she has everything she wants. But she told me it's because she didn't marry a Japanese man. Because she gave me the example of her elder sister, who is married to a Japanese man and who is a housewife. So she decided that she didn't want that life for herself.
They doesn't even know my country. They doesn't even know they have people they call Liberian. Many people are met in Japan. Some of them doesn't know say they have difficult side of the world. And recently, for the Ebola outbreak, got to make many of Japanese aware of Liberia, because they read in the news, they buy in the newspaper, and they know that there's Liberia. So it's like that. They don't know. They don't really know Liberia. And in class, some of the Malaysian, the Chinese, and other nationality, when they see me struggling, they feel maybe because I'm a black man or from Africa, and I have limited thinking, but they do not understand. If they're going to learn English, it's going to be difficult. I will understand that they are not English person, they are not English speaking nation. So, and I would know say it's going to be difficult for them. But they would not have that understanding to know say it's going to be difficult for me learning Japanese. They would just assume say, and then African then have limited thinking, or African have limited way of learning. So that is why he is not proven.
I mean, you can see like 90% of Japanese women are educated. But in my country, you don't have that much percentage of women with such qualifications. Yet, you hardly find any woman being a housewife, just raising children. The economy is different, and the access to finances are different, so the woman has to do something to augment her husband's pay. So even if you have no education, you have to learn a trade. You have to become a tailor or a hairdresser or something to help your husband. You know, these women have like 4 kids and 5 kids, and they all manage. At first, I wanted to say, oh no, the women around here are lazy. But I see it as going beyond laziness. I think it's something much more than that. Mm-hmm. I think ways of thinking and the cultures have really provided two different groups of women, so to say. Now, if I was going to continue staying in Japan, I think I would definitely try to perfect my Japanese language skill, because I think life is pretty difficult if you don't have any knowledge of Japanese language in this society. You get to a point where you have to do a lot of the things by yourself. I mean, try to get a house or something by yourself. If someone has made up their mind to live in Japan, learning Japanese is a must. Without a language skill, it's really, really difficult.
God been so great and wonderful. That's the only protection I have now in Japan. In everything, I give glory to God. I saw my brother and my sister going down 6 feet, and I couldn't hurt. to see myself and living, be among the living today, and I give God the glory, and it's been all for me. We have a saying in Liberia, you say the stranger who asks questions, a lot of questions, never makes the road. But the stranger who never asks questions will always make the road.